Hello, everyone. Welcome. Had a bit of information. Just wanted to pass on to you, give you an update of what's going on in the Atlanta market. So welcome. As I had mentioned a couple of weeks, I think it was last week's report, we kind of bottomed out from a showing activity standpoint. So we were probably about 40% off or so here in Georgia from the January timeframe, but we are trending up. So we are seeing a lot more activity out there in the marketplace. Interestingly, it's when you start looking at other states across the country, we are seeing activity in California, which is great. I know they've had a pretty fairly strict lockdown out there. Pennsylvania has flatlined to zero. They're still under lockdown. They can't do any type of real estate transactions. So I feel like we're pretty lucky here in the Georgia market right now. I pulled this report just to kind of give you an idea of how much activity there is going on in Cobb County. So in the last 10 or so days, there's been about 253 homes that went under contract. Most of those transactions are actually under the $500,000 price point. Last 30 days, we've had 755 closings, again, just in Cobb County. There's currently 1,100 homes that are under contract. So out of that 1,100, about 981 homes are under that $500,000 price point. About 154 are between the 500 and a million, and then 24 homes that are above the $1 million price point that are currently under contract. Currently have 2,200 homes that are for sale. About 1,500 of those are 500,000 and below. One thing I want to point out is the months of inventory. So anything that is below 3 months of inventory is considered a seller's market. Anything above 6 or 7 months is considered a buyer's market, and it's more neutral if you're kind of in between there. So you can see overall in Cobb County, we've got less than 3 months of inventory. But do remember that most of that inventory, what mostly is selling, is below the $500,000 price point. So when you start looking at 500 to a million, we've got about 6 months of inventory, and a million plus, we're about 16 months of inventory. So a little bit of an oversupply based on recent sales activity. So the next thing just wanted to cover is that the programs that we have in place, we are expecting buyers and more sellers to come on the market. So I think there's going to be a lot more inventory that's going to hit the market in the next month or two. But I also think buyers are going to be going out and purchasing as well, because there is some pent-up demand. So again, we've had our virtual home buying and selling program in place that really focuses on safety is the number one priority. Some of the things that we're doing from a safety standpoint, providing our sellers with latex gloves, masks that we have now, but also having best practices in place for not only for our sellers, how do you set your home up to make sure it's in safely showing condition for a buyer and their agent, but also letting the agents know when they're coming in through their buyers what they need to be doing, and just making sure everybody's safe during this process. Closing attorneys, again, have a lot of practices in place where you don't have to meet with the other person to do a closing, drive-by closings, mail-away closings, all of that stuff is in place. So industry's really pivoted very, very well here in the Georgia market. Other things that we're doing is we're embracing 3D videos or 3D walkthroughs more for our listings. Again, some of the questions that we've had from a virtual buyer standpoint is, the photos are great that you see online, but you don't get the space feeling. So we are starting to provide 3D videos, 3D walkthrough videos like this, where you can go from room to room and really get a good idea of what the space is. Some other things that we have in place, we've been doing a lot of social media advertising. Of course, we're still on Zillow, Realtor.com, all those. I think we're on over 40,000 different real estate websites. But we're really doing a lot more social media advertising. We're putting together commercials, informational things that we're pushing out there, because right now we want to be out there in front of of people who are thinking about buying, and we want to make sure that they understand the market's a great time to be buying and selling, but also how you can do it safely. So we've had a lot of informational things that we've put out there on our social media pages. For our seller clients, we've done a lot of video commercials for our listings, and again, we're incorporating 3D walkthrough tours and those type of things. So we have all of this in place, and it's running out there not only on Facebook, but Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media platforms out there, YouTube as well, is where we're at. A couple other things that we're doing. This is actually one of our video ads that we are doing for one of our clients. And again, we're doing extra social media advertising to get in front of prospective buyers. One of the last things I just wanted to kind of run through is, on our website as well, real estate is very local, so you really want to see what's going on in your local area. And so on our website, we do have a market action index report based on zip code that you can go to. So whatever zip code that you're in, you can go see what the market activity is and just get more information about what's going on in your local market. If you have any questions about what is going on, feel free to reach out to one of our Petersen Partner team members or myself. We are happy to answer any questions and keep you posted and anything that you need. So hope you have a great day. Hope this information was useful. Again, just wanted to give kind of a snapshot of what is happening here in the Atlanta market. Take care and stay safe.